EmptyThoughtsStudios proudly presents No Man's Sky Planet Showcase.
Today's Planet Showcase takes place within the 16 by 1080 gaming system on the planet Tauthmoo and its moon, which is, ironically enough, also named Tauthmoo. The Vakeen are not very creative, but please don't tell them I said that, I don't want to die. Tauthmoo, which you're seeing here, is very much dead. Much like several of the other examples we've had, when I say dead, I mean dead. There are no animals whatsoever on this planet. And I mean, flying over it like we see right here looks the same as when you're flying over any other planet, dead or alive. You can't really see the animals most of the time. But take it from me, folks, this is as good as it gets. But quite frankly, despite the planet being dead, it's rather pretty. I mean, I love red, but that's gorgeous. Let's take a closer look. Yep, it's dead. Absolutely, 100%, without a doubt, dead. There's no other way to phrase that. If I knew other languages, I would say dead in those languages. But unfortunately, I don't. I could say it in Scurrybug. It's all like, and then usually, there's an attack following dead because it's threat against your life. But that's unimportant. As you can see, there are no animals at all. Some plant life, nothing really worth commenting. I decided maybe I was just unlucky, and because of the radiation, the animals maybe sought shelter underground, or somewhere a little bit more radiation friendly, as in no radiation. But even in going inside caves, as you see here, you see the radiation level stabilize, and I'm clearly safe in the caves, but no matter how many caves I explored, still no. I spent countless hours exploring the caves, and by the time I went back to the surface, it was nearing night, and that's when I found this. These spouts scattered all over the surface of Tauthmoo cause it to be excessively radiant. But I decided perhaps I would test my luck elsewhere. Maybe I just wasn't having luck. I was in the wrong hemisphere. I've had that happen. Creatures can be elusive sometimes. So I took to the skies again and figured, what the hell, let's see what we can find. And, still nothing. Like, seriously, no matter how much I talk about it, this is the whole planet. Let's listen now. Why is there no life around here? Let's check underwater. Maybe we'll find something in here, huh? Oh wow, that is some dangerous radiation. Holy fuck. Yeah, it's kind of making my mind all scrambly-doomly. I should get out of this. So I did get out of that water, and luckily I only had minor radiation poisoning. I did survive, and well enough to fly the ship. And, hey, good news, folks. I did not crash the ship this time. Look, flying like a champ. This is the way I was flying. But, unfortunately, despite the fact that I was well enough to fly, I was still kind of out of my mind. And, you don't want to hear that babble. But, you know what? Despite no animals, I did find life. Because for some reason, no matter how dead a planet is, there are always fucking toxin tossers. Look at that shit. Every fucking planet. These things, they're the cockroaches of the universe. Now, I know at first glance, Tauthmoo, the moon, looks pretty well exactly the same as Tauthmoo, the planet, but trust me, this is the moon this time. See, the plants are different. Look at them down there. They got like these weird sail-looking thin tree things. Definitely the moon. And just for further proof that this is the moon, look right there. See that? That is Tauthmoo the planet in the background. Now, before I talk more about the moon, right there, look at that halo that Tauthmoo the planet has. It's like, that's what the layer of radiation has done to it. I mean, it looks beautiful from up here, but when you're down there, it's kind of deadly. But Tauthmoo the moon, and I'm just going to start referring to it as the moon, just for safe measure, also has its own fair share of dangers. It's a rather hot moon. And it gets hot sometimes. But more on that later. This is a closer look at some of those weird sailed-looking tree things. Also seen here are the unusual rocks of this planet, which, as you can see, the ore within them spins for some reason. As previously mentioned, Tauthmoo the moon gets quite hot sometimes. Like, look at that temperature. This is absurd. It's absolutely broiling out. But the best thing to do when it gets that hot, just hide out in your ship. Safe in there, you're not gonna die. And despite the fact that right now, I mean, it still looks like it's storming to me. Doesn't this look like a storm to you? But despite looking like a storm, it's not so broiling hot that my skin is melting off at this point. So that's a good thing. I'm perfectly okay with looking around. One thing to note is the animals of the moon, they're so used to the heat that it doesn't bother them all. Look, I'm taking thermal damage, and these sons of bitches are just flying around like it ain't nothing. They're perfectly okay. Oh, storm's done. Hey, where's my warning? No warning? Whatever. The flying creatures you see here are, get this, sloth-faced bats. Now, that's surprising to me because this is the first species we've seen on multiple planets. Well, a planet and a moon, but not the point. They're here, but these ones have adapted to the heat very well. All the creatures of the planet, as I mentioned, are used to the heat. Shown here are Metcat. There are the regular variety and the helmeted variety, and you can see them both there. The helmeted varieties are the ones that look like they have a round head. Here's a little bit better look at the two, both right there. Or, oh no, neither of those are helmeted. Or is that one helmeted? I don't know, the dust's kind of confusing. Also seen here are stump rushers. A little bit closer of a look right there at a stump rusher. They are the only creatures on this planet that walk on two legs. They're actually surprisingly fast. And if I move any closer to them, they will be gone in an instant. We'll never see them again. They are, wow, fast. Hey, how you doing? Oh yeah, I just talked about how fast you are, now you're slow. Bastard. One way to escape the heat on the moon of Tauthmoo is to hide out in caves. And take it from me, there are lots of caves. They're absolutely everywhere. And in order to fully appreciate just how big these caves are, you actually have to either A, spend the time there yourself, or B, watch the insanity that unfolds when somebody spends way too much time inside them. Lucky for you, you won't have to travel to the moon of Tauthmoo in order to experience the caves and just how large they are, because you will have me here to guide you through that. But before we get to some live audio, take a look at this. See how big this chamber is? And here, another example of a large chamber. These are literally everywhere. But let's enjoy a few clips with live feed. Wow, these chambers are massive. I mean, they go in multiple directions absolutely every time? Damn. Alright, I'm kind of getting tired of, being in this cave. Been down here for Holy fuck, 36 hours? Wow, I should maybe sleep. But I can't sleep. What if there's a scurry bug? What if there's a whole horde of scurry bugs? I mean, I made peace with them on, that other place, but, like, they're probably back out to get me, and, like, with a vengeance? Is that one over there? Like, die! Oh, just some plutonium. Alright? Alright? We can do this. We can do this. We're okay. There are no scurry bugs. It's just a little jittery. Stay high, they won't get you if they are in here. I mean, they can't be in here, right? Something, though. Just find my way out. Find my way out, we'll sing a little song. Almost free, almost free. La 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 la. No, keep it together, man. Keep it together. You're gonna get out of here. You're gonna be okay. You're gonna find a way out. I mean, there's got to be an exit around here somewhere. You can't have miles and miles and miles and miles of cave like this and just one way in, right? All right. I thought this was gonna be an exit. You know what? Dead end. Or is it? Ta-da! I found an exit! Freedom! Oh my god, Sergio! I'm free. Although I was free of the cave, it was quite a long time before I found my way back to my ship. In fact, I kind of wandered almost aimlessly for quite some time. This is me. Like, you can't hear the audio right now, but I am completely lost. I was condemning the world at this point. And so I got the bright idea that if I couldn't find my ship just wandering around, perhaps I should go to the top of one of these rocks and get a better view. And let's see. Oh, fell right off the other side. Yeah, there was a lot of cursing involved with that too. And then, like, here, I'm like, what's going on? Yeah? But, I finally did make my way to the top of the rock. And, as you can see, I'm not seeing a whole lot from up here. Like, look at that weird rock. Everything's weird on this planet. But, I did, on the way to my ship, stumble upon this happy little guy. Look at that. They go through rocks. Magic motherfucker. That is a mash tasher, the largest predator on the moon of Tauthmoo. And despite their kinda cute teddy bear looking face, they're mean sons of bitches. Look at him. He's like, and I stand up here on top of this ore, and it's like, I'm gonna get you. Look at it, relentless. It stayed down there for literally hours. Eventually, I had to get rid of it in my traditional way, by killing it. But that wasn't the only mash tasser on my way back to the ship. Yeah, see, it's night now. That's because that one stuck around that long. Notice how this one, rather than having the weird yellow humpback, instead has fins on its front legs? Yeah, that's just a variation. Nonetheless, still a dickhead. Also, just when I think I'm safe and I got away from the mash tashers, I'm all like, yeah, good. Run, free. See, it looks like I'm safe. But wait, it's coming. Not yet. Actually, not in this clip at all. I ran for quite a long time. But then I came over another hill and found the only other predator on this planet. Sleigh Rusher. Like, this thing doesn't look like a predator either. Look at it. It's kind of like an antelope. Oh, there's the symbol. See? Predator. This thing wants to eat me too. Why does everything want to eat me now? I did finally make my way back to my ship and left a trail of dead sleigh rushers and mash tashers in my wake. and I'm sure I'm probably going back to intergalactic prison after I leave this moon. But for now, the important thing is, I made it back to my... As it turns out, the intergalactic police are after me, so we're going to have to make this quick. Barbed Gepsy and Spine Gepsy, the two variants of that. And then we have this guy, the Tauthmoo. Yeah, there's two variants, they look exactly the same. And the Uber Cow, there are two... these things are massive. Two variants of them. There's one, there's the other. Ta-da, we're done. That's the end of the episode. We're out of here. Goodbye. No, I'm just joking. I actually recorded footage of all those animals prior to this. I just wanted to enjoy that little bit. But, as you can see here, we have some of the spined Gepsies. And, spines. Also, I think there's a barbed one in there somewhere. But mostly these are the spined Gepsies. Believe it or not, despite the way it looks here, the two are found together all the time. That was just a bad example. And another bad example, I guess, right here. We have some barbed Gepsies and no spined ones to be seen. They're a bit skittish, which you wouldn't think, because they could probably easily overpower me if they wanted. And I mean, those barbs look mean. Like, if they just rolled backwards on top of me, they could probably kill me. Let's feed this guy. See? Yeah. Oh, you like that, don't you, buddy? Oh yeah, I bet you do. Also, taking another look here, we have our Tauthmoos. They kind of don't care about me at all. Like a lot of the animals, really. There are a lot of animals that give zero fucks that I'm here. Tauthmoos, as with every creature on this planet, and I've mentioned probably 100 times, you're probably sick of hearing it, legit. But, they don't care about the storms and the excessive heat. They just go about their business. Like, who cares? Whatever. Just hanging out, minding his own business. Boom, 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 boom. So I maybe lied just a little bit when I said I had all the footage of the remaining creatures of the moon of Tauthmoo. Yeah, so prior to the intergalactic police coming after me, I still had not seen an Uber Cow. They are the largest living creature on the planet. Bigger than some boulders, in fact, when they're fully grown. And I can't find them anywhere. Not at all. I'm pretty sure they're mythological. But just when I gave up hope, I finally found them. Believe it or not, even the large one here is still rather small for an Uber Cow. That's probably like comparing to humans, that's a teenager. They get really, really big. I never saw one of the really, really big ones. Or, you know what? Maybe I did. Perhaps I walked on its back. I maybe thought it was a mountain or something. But, yeah. These are Uber Cows. They're pretty, kind of scary looking. Like, that head, like, it's like, I don't know, weird, creepy monster face. Glad they're not predators. They'd eat me right up, wouldn't they? But, speaking of predators, when I was trying to make my way back to my ship so I could escape this planet before the intergalactic police caught up with me, I encountered more sleigh rushers. These guys, look at that! The dick? It's storming out, and it's hot as hell, and he's still like, I'm gonna get you. Look, relentless! Relentless! Absolute dickheads. And see, that was not the only one. The sleigh rushers were everywhere between where I found the Uber Cows and my ship. I really wish I had climbed on the Uber Cow's back and like rode it to my ship, because that would have been the only safe thing. Luckily though, I'm not the only meal for sleigh rushers, and so I just went up high, waited for them to find something else, although there are like 4 of them down there now. So, that's it for this episode, I guess. I'm fleeing the intergalactic police. I have Slay Rusher and Mass Tasher blood on my hands. But I'm out of here. I'll be back next episode to, get into more trouble and probably go to jail again or something. But between now and then, always remember, Empty Thoughts Studios. We got you.
Why, hey there! Aren't you just about the cutest little thing? Oh, hey! You have a teddy bear face. You can't possibly be dangerous, can you? Oh, yeah. You just want a snack, don't you? Oh, Jesus Christ, you want me as the snack? Oh, that is a nasty trick.